Hey, welcome back. I haven't played any bots in a while, so I just remembered that that I was trying to beat this bot on chess.com, so I'm going to give it another shot. I think in the past I was trying to play the Scandinavian against this Vinh-Bot and not having a lot of luck, so I'm going to try something different this time. Um, let's let's try c5. I, I think that's actually the best move, according to the engine. But I don't know. I usually play knight to c6 here, but I think d6 is pretty good. I don't know if I don't know if f4 is supposed to be something special, but should develop a piece, I guess. I mean, I'm laying some claim to the center here, and my knight points at those two squares too. Um, that looks like a king's gambit setup. I mean, or something. But we're not playing the king's gambit, so I don't know. Should I pin this knight? I don't think that actually does any good. He's just going to go here, and then I'm going to have to trade off my bishop. I don't know. E6. Ah, there we go. He wants to trade off his bishop. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have played an opening I'm entirely unfamiliar with. Is it worth it to put my bishop here? Because if he does take, I'm going to damage my pawn structure if I don't have something else there. Or should I put this here? If I put the other knight there, then my dark squared bishop is stuck. Guess I could play queen to c7 or queen to b8 does not look good because this knight would just go here, and then I would have to move the queen again, I think. Oh, no, if the knight went there, I would just take the bishop. Okay, but what if I do that and then he puts a pawn here? I don't know. Queen to c7 is probably better. For that reason. Okay. Well, that way I don't damage my pawn structure. I'm convinced that's not a good move. Is what the computer's trying to tell me something? Am I missing something that's obvious? Excuse me. I mean, I could get some more center control here with that, but then I'm just pushing pawns, and I'm like, that's really not the best way to play, right? I could get this knight out. Let's do that. I don't think that was good, but you know what? Jack. Well, that pawn is hanging. Is there a way for me to get trapped here? If I do this, I don't think there's a way for me to get trapped. And nothing else in my position is hanging. And I would have an escape here, back to here if I wanted. Okay. Okay. Does it really hurt anything to just move my king at this point? Because I don't want to do this, because then they take my pawn. Excellent. I was going to say I think I can stop that by bringing my queen back for a check. But then... Actually, I think that does stop that. They pretty much have to put the knight back where it was. And that leaves this pawn hanging, but no, this pawn's protected by the bishop. Okay. Okay. I think this pawn here. All right. It just that, right? No. If I go there. Wait, no. That's guarded by my bishop. Never mind. Wow. I must be half asleep with something. Can I just do this now? Okay. Okay, the queen got out of that. Wait, did I just make a mistake? Yep, right there I should have taken the queen. Oh, wow. Okay. I wasn't in check or anything. All right. I'm making all sorts of mistakes here. I think I just take the bishop with the pawn. Okay, god dang it. Rook is hanging. Just move the king over to protect it, right? Actually, right there. If I move the king here, I protect both the pawn and the rook, I think. And I'm a piece ahead so far. Okay. Yeah, he's going to try some sort of thing right here, isn't he? Okay. Well, you know what, though? That's guarded twice. 3 times. Yeah, that pawn is multi-guarded here. That... I don't know. Check. Okay. Okay, I kind of expected that, and but the reason I moved my bishop is to connect the rooks. But right, if I do that, that's check. And they have to lose a piece for it, I think. Oh, but then my bishop will be pinned if the rook doesn't take, right? If I check here, and then say the king does that, then my bishop is pinned. But that's okay, it's still protected. What if I took with the pawn instead? I really don't know which one's better. Oh, okay. Well then. Okay. I can protect both pawns with this, I think, and threaten that one. Yeah, that's ineffectual because I'm just going to go here. And what does that do? Man, this guy's been confusing me the whole game. It's time to get my other rook out. You know what I'm saying? Like here? I think there. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't need to keep guarding that pawn because the bishop is guarding the pawn, so I can move these guys. Well, just for fun, let's. I'm going to move one here, which hits this pawn, and then if that pawn moves, then I can move this here to double up and get ready to head down. Oh, he did that instead. Okay. Then just go ahead and do what I was going to do anyway, I think. Okay. That works out okay for me. I guess I could just march this pawn too. All right. Okay, that turned out to be easier than the last time I played this Vinh-Bot. Maybe I've gotten better. I felt lost at several points in that game. I have no idea if I was doing the right thing. But I'm going to click the whatchamacallit and see what we did. Fingers crossed I didn't do very badly, but I'm about to find out. Let me uncrop this so you can see what it's showing. It's showing that. It says I had 87.5 accuracy. I did have a blunder and a mistake. All right, let's click the game review and see what happens. Okay, we did book moves to there. Next key move. Okay, my first inaccuracy, and by then I was up by -2. All right, retry. It says that, yeah, that was a mistake, and I should have something else. I don't know. Excuse me. I really don't know. What's the hint button say? Oh, I should have moved my king. Well, I can't move my king there or there because of the queen. Oh, I could move my king here. So that wasn't it. Here, I should have moved my king to c7, and that would have given me an even bigger advantage, according to the engine. I have no idea why. Okay. Okay, that was my blunder. Why was that a blunder? Retry. Should I have just taken the pawn? Nope. That was a much worse blunder. Okay, well, I didn't think so. But moving the bishop here was a blunder. Should I have moved it here? Oh, okay. I just saw it because when I moved it over to the other square, the queen had escape route. But if I move the bishop here, the queen has no escape route. These squares are covered by the pawn, by the queen, by the bishop. Okay, I got that. And that was a mistake. I should have taken with the pawn or not taken at all. Okay, well, it says that's much better than what I did. But I was already up. Even after the mistake, I was still up 16. But this puts me up 60. It says, okay, well then what should I have done instead? What was my fantabulous move here? Move the bishop somewhere else? Really? Is that what it wanted? Oh, and now it says mate in 6. If I had done that, it would have been mate in 6. Okay. I'm curious as to why or how. Like, what if the king captures here? Oops, it switched pages. Oh, well, it had to capture there. Okay, and then I would have gone to f4, check. And then it would have had a choice to go back, which would have been mate in 5. No, mate in 3 if it had gone back. But if it went up here, it'd be mate in 5. And then I would have known to go here, where it can't go back. So it would have to go in front of the pawn. Oh, and then I would promote? That's honestly what it says my best move is, to promote to a rook, even though these rooks are right here. Well, let's just follow this out. If I promoted to a rook, why wouldn't... Yeah, they would have just captured it, right? And then I would have checked this way. So the king would have gone there. And I would have gone to d2. And the queen would have blocked. And that would have been checkmate. Wow. Okay then. Back to the review. Yeah. I had a forced mate in 6 if only I had given away my bishop here. Okay. But instead we did this. Okay. Well, thank you for watching.